Hey friends, so I'm back in the studio. I took a little break after my last kiln opening. Kind of the first weekend of July, well the first Sunday of July will be the next kiln opening. So I'm kind of thinking about what to make for that. It would be nice to do something a little summery. The seaside, fishes, shells, all that kind of summer sand vibe. So I'm thinking the next collection is all going to be along those lines. I've started making a vase, so I'm going to just show you quickly that now. I really love the shape. It's kind of really like a classic kind of vase shape. And I'm wanting to add some shelves to the sides, kind of one here and one here, so that they look like handles. Little shell handles. So I've done this one on one of the sides. And then I've just cut this one out and I'm just gonna stick it onto the other side like that. And then I just make these kind of ridges here using, you can use like a potter's knife. This is actually a plastic one, but you can also use like a wooden one. And I kind of just onto the top, I just do a little pat just to get that edge of the shell, and then bring those down just to get some rough kind of ridges. I'm going to come tomorrow and smooth those over. I'm just kind of using this shell as a bit of inspiration. So yeah, but I think I will just make that stick out just a tad more, so yeah, it's more of a handle. So both shells are on, one side. I love them actually. They're a little bit different, but I think that's kind of nice in a way. It makes it look a bit more organic. So yeah, I'm going to leave these to dry, and I think what I'll do is pipe on some pearls. I think will look really cool. And I'm just going to think about how else I'm going to decorate it. So I've just trimmed these mugs. I really like this one. It's quite a cool shape. So yeah, I just leave them with a flat base. My maker's mark at the bottom. I just wanted to show you kind of my notes, very rough notes. I don't know if the potters, they have some potters, they have such like lovely drawn plans. I do mine very quick. So I think I'm going to do like a jellyfish, a seashell, and a coral / seahorse, depending on how the seahorse goes. And then I think I'm going to do a rose one. I was going to do a dahlia, but I think I might save them for the autumn collection. And I'm going to do some cosmos because they really remind me of summer, and I love having loads of cosmos in the garden. So that's the kind of idea for the mugs. I'm just going to attach the handles, so I thought it'd be nice for you guys to see that. So I've already pulled these and I just left them to dry out, so a little bit harder now. I'm just first going to trim, I normally do this on a table, but just to show you, trim each end off just to get a flat side. So you kind of really want to have the cut side flush with the cut side flush with the wall of the mug. So something like that would be flush. And then I think I'm just going to cut a little bit at the top. So yeah, now that sits a little bit more flush with the mug. I've just dipped it so it has slip on each of the ends, and then I'm just going to place it on the pot just to mark where I need to score. I'm trying out a new slip actually. This one has sodium silicate in it, which I made for slip trading. It means that you can add more clay, like dry clay, into the slip, so that it's, when it dries, it will have a raised surface for decoration. So the sodium silicate lets you do that, but apparently it's also good for attaching handles. I'm just going to give it a go to see if there's any difference. As I have a load made up for slip trailing, I thought it'd be cool to test out, and it means that I always have slip on hand. Usually I'm just rummaging in the slip bucket. I'm never that prepared, but this way I always have slip. So yeah, so now I've just slipped both sides, and I'm first going to attach the top. And then once I'm happy with that, you want to line up the handle so that it's more or less vertical. And then I push the bottom side into the base of the mug on the underside of the handle, just to make sure it's really well attached. Kind of like that. And now I'm just going to set this aside until that slip dries out a little bit. So the slip is dried out now, and I'm just using this potter's knife just to smooth over the join. So I'm kind of smoothing some clay from the actual handle over that join, so it has minimal chance to crack. Use this kind of angled sponge. It really gets into those really hard places to kind of reach. Kind of in there, and I kind of just go all around, just making sure everything is nice and smooth. And I also just take it down the handle, because I always nick it with my nails and stuff, just to give it one last smooth over. And that's handle done. So I'm just in the process of making this seashell mug, something very new for me. I'm just using this piping bag full of slip. I thought it'd be cool for you just to see how I pipe them. This is like my first go, so I apologise for how messy it looks, but I kind of like how organic it is. That's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to awkwardly do the next one, just so you can see. I have a teardrop nozzle on the piping bag, and I'm just kind of smushing a bit out and then bringing it down so it kind of looks like a seashell. I'm going to do one kind of there. Actually, I think that looks a bit weird. I might just push that up. So yeah, you can see the next one done. So I just wanted to give you a little update. I've done some decoration on these little snack bowls and also on the mug. So this is a really cute jellyfish one, and I've done some summer florals from some cosmos. I really like this one, so I hope it fires well. A classic red rose, a little seaside number here, and I think I've shown you this one, the shell one, and then some carved ones at the end. I'm getting ready to decorate this vase, so I added the shells on the side, piped some of those beads that are going to be pearls that I'm going to luster, and then I'm thinking to do a shell slash coral slash starfish. So kind of like a mixture of like under the sea kind of vibes. And just finished this vase. So this has been decorated with cosmos. I love this one. I hope it fires, like the colours all like blend together really nicely. Sometimes it's hard to tell, so it's a mixture of slips and underglaze. And then this one is a little seaside one. So this one's really different for me. I really love it. I love how the colours all blend together. I don't usually go for blues and greens, but I'm excited to see this. So I'm going to glaze the top up to kind of this line and then leave that unglazed. So I really love that. Yeah, and I think I wanted to show you how I keep all my underglazes. So I thought the problem was I had so many underglazes and slips that when I was rummaging through the box with all the little pots of them, I kind of couldn't see them all in one go. So I decided to count them all in these little tubes and label them. And these are 50ml Falcon tubes. I'll leave them linked down below, and I also have them in a rack. I used to be a scientist, so this is how I used to keep my solutions when I was a scientist, but I had a little brain wave to do it for my underglazes, and it just makes decorating pots so much easier. And I've kind of cut out a little clay circle and put on the colour so I can see it fired. One side is clear glazed and one side is left unglazed so I can see it matte. And I also did, let me see if I can give a good example. So for example, this is one layer and that's 2 layers, so I can kind of see the difference if I need to do a double coat. But yeah, I love, this has been like a game changer. So yeah, I'll leave this link back down below in case you want to do something similar. But yeah, I'm going to leave these to dry. Hopefully tomorrow they're going to pop off the bat. So I'm just doing my first glazing of the new collection. So I just wanted to show you some of the vases. So this is a cute seaside vase. So added the handles and then I slipped these dots around. I think I showed you me doing that. Maybe I'll show you this side. So I've got some kind of shells and seaweed and starfish. I really love how this looks, so I'm going to glaze this one today. I also have this jellyfish, so jellyfish lid, and then jellyfishes on the side there, and then also this cute jellyfish mug, and then this shell mug as well. I'm really excited to see this all glazed. I'm hoping the texture will like let the glaze run kind of between the dots, and it will look kind of like flowing water. And yeah, so I'm going to be glazing these today. Oh yeah, this is a coral one. So I did some coral piping and then some seahorses and coral on that. So yeah, I'm excited to see these after firing. This is also not necessarily the Seaside collection, but I still always like to do some florals. This is a Cosmos vase that I actually really love this, how it turned out, the decoration. So this one I'm just going to glaze inside and maybe the rim and leave the outside unglazed. So yeah, so I'm going to get on and do that, and so I'll probably insert some clips of me glazing. So that's it all waxed where I don't want the glaze to attach, but the handle has still got, no, so the handle doesn't have wax on it. Sorry, the handle doesn't have wax on it, so that's going to get glazed. So I'm just going to glaze the jellyfish mug. So that's where I've waxed, and I'm going to do opal on the inside, cobalt on the outside. Pour in the opal glaze. I'm so low on glazes. Harry Potter makes glazes, so he's very behind on all the glazes, so I'm just swirling that colour up to the top. So yeah, it's up to the rim, then I'm just going to pour it out. I might actually do the top just to get some glaze on the top, even though I'm going to put a colour. It's quite nice to have a little bit of variation. And now I'm just going to dip the top in the cobalt glaze straight away. This cobalt glaze is a little bit tricky if you leave it a day, for example. Like if I went to do it tomorrow, it kind of doesn't stick so well. So I'm just going to dip it upside down, a little bit of an angle so I get all of that handle, if I have enough glaze. So that's the handle, and then it kind of follows that wax line I did, and some went inside, but I actually don't mind that because it means it kind of blends with the opal glaze quite nicely on the inside to give a little bit of interest. So that's that one done. And then I'm just going to clean up these droplets here with a sponge. It will just come off really easily because of that wax. So it's glazing day, and I'm glazing some of these seaside mugs and some cottages as well, and these lighthouses, which look so cute, kind of like this. So I have a pink, red, yellow one. I'm very excited to see the yellow one, and this is like a bluey green colour. I also made a little sea urchin, porcelain sea urchin with a closed base, and I want to try to use it for diffusers, so having those diffuser sticks like stick out with the oils inside. So I think that will look really pretty. So I'm pretty sure I've shown you this already, but bottom of the lighthouse, then this one fits this one, I think, yeah, a little dish on top, and then one of these on top of there. So it looks so cute. Yeah, so tea light in here, wax or oils in the top, or also a tea light on top if you want as well. So I'm really happy with those. And yeah, so I'll just quickly show you. So these mugs, seaside mugs, which I really love. So I did some slip trailing on these. And this is a starfish one. I did a little shell one here. So this is the kind of tester I did first. I'm pretty sure I showed you me making this. Yeah, but I love this mug. So I painted pink on the bottom. It's a Spectrum glaze, I think. So the pink is already as a commercial glaze, and I did some Lynette's opal on top, and I love how it kind of melds together and then just flows through all the shells. So I'm going to try this with some blue glazes, so I think it will look like water. So that's the idea for all of these. And then some of the cottages, So again, similar slip trailing on the cottages. This one is quite a cool one. I press molded some shells onto the side, so let me know if you want a tutorial on that, because that's quite a new thing for me. But I quite like how it looks like a bit like a barnacle stuck on there. And yeah, then these are some seaside cottages here that have just got some shells and some waves, and then some floral ones at the top. So some cosmos, peony, rose and poppy. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and glaze these. Hey friends, so it's glaze unloading day today, and I just wanted to finish up this video with some of the pieces I've made for the kiln opening. So this video should actually go out before these pieces go live on the website, in case you're interested in any of them, and I'll leave all the details down below that you can sign up to a mailing list, or if you want you can just go straight to the website. They're getting posted, so they're going to go up online on Sunday the 7th of July at 3 p.m. British summer time. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to show you all the pieces. So yeah, like I said before, this is like a Seaside collection, so I have a lot of seaside inspired pieces. I love this porcelain little incense cottage there. So I've got like, yeah, like shells and starfish, and yeah, there's also some fishies as well here. So yeah, I love how these came out. So yeah, I'll just switch the camera around and give you a proper look. So this is kind of an overview of all the pieces. So at the front I have some tea light cottages. So this is like a poppy one. I tried to make some beach huts, so trying to make the glaze like slightly different colours on the stripes. It's not so much of a contrast, but I kind of like how subtle it looks. I may luster the lines if I feel adventurous today, because it's quite tricky actually to luster in the lines, because you have to kind of make sure it's not too thick so it can really gather in those lines. So this is another beach hut. I quite like this one, kind of nice cute pink and white. This is a seaside cottage, so I'm gonna like luster all these like dots and shells. A little cosmos tea light, and another beach hut here. This is just yellow. I've got some large incense cottages. I love this cosmos one, it looks really pretty. Another seaside one, so I think the glaze of this one came out real beautiful. And a fish one. And then these are matchstick strikers. So the idea with these is that you get a little match striker pad on the bottom, and you can hold your matchsticks inside. So a little Tudor one, poppy again. This came out really beautiful, this orange. I haven't really used much of this just because it's so strong, but with the kind of more earthy colours it tones it down. And yes, just some other matchstick ones. And these are like my porcelain incense burners. These are kind of fairly new actually. So yeah, I usually do small ones of these to be Christmas decorations. So this is a cosmos, peony, the fish one I showed you. This one kind of has carvings, so the idea is if you put a tea light inside, it will light up those carvings. This, I love this one. It's so pretty. I love these colours together actually. I'll definitely do that again. And then these are all wax melts. So 4 wax melts or oil burners or oils. So yeah, the idea is the tea light goes inside and you can flip the roof over, pop your oils or your waxes, scented waxes inside, then burn it. Once you're finished, you can just flip it back over. That's why I kind of say that they're mainly for wax melts, just because wax will solidify. You can flip it over and then flip it back over until next time. So yeah, so poppy, some cosmos. This is a seaside one. I love the weathered bronze on top. Yeah, so I forgot to say, if you want to see any of these glaze recipes, I'm happy to share. So just let me know if you would like a specific colour, and I'll link it down below. And then, yep, so cosmos and peony. And then these are kind of more seaside-y ones. So this has starfish and little pearls. So I'm going to luster all of those to really bring out those details. Same for this one. And yeah, I also have some that I pulled out the kiln earlier. So little vases on top. These are mainly mugs at the top here. And then also some incense cottages. So I'll just pan through. So we have Cosmos, Rose, Seaside, Peony, Cosmos, Seaside one, Tudor. This is like a little barnacle one, so I press molded some shells, stuck them on, and then this is a poppy one. Got some porcelain lighthouses here, so again these are for oils or wax melts, and then these are for like tea lights or incense, little sea urchins. And then I'll just quickly show you outside. I have one more load to do, but I won't be able to post this video in time for that, so I won't include the finished pieces, but you can kind of get an idea with the bisque. So these are going to go in the bisque today. So a little Cosmos plate, poppy plate, Cosmos bowl, and hollyhock plate. And then these are just some little dishes to sit underneath all of those incense burners. And then I've got another little sea urchin, and then some kind of porcelain wax melt cottages. I love this seahorse one. Ooh, this is pretty, like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these look. But yeah, these will all be going up on the kiln opening on my website on the 7th, in case you want to see how they've turned out. But yeah, I forgot to show you the Seaside vase. So this is how it looks all glazed up. I added some platinum lustres to these little dotties, so I kind of wanted them to look like pearls going around. And yeah, so that's all the carvings that I probably showed you. I can't remember now. And then I did a mix of opal and blue glazes on top with the little handles on the side. So I really love how that looks, and I'll quickly show you another mug. So this is that mug that I slipped. So I slipped on some shells, and then again I got some platinum dots that I kind of wanted to look like pearls. So I really love how the glazes kind of mix up all together, and I kind of tried to make it follow that line. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I think the one coming after this, I did a little porcelain video making these lighthouses. So that one probably will go up after this. But yeah, until next time, bye.